Sunday. And if you guys watched my video yesterday, I felt in tune with Mother Nature. My God. We took a bike ride to the lagoon. The lighting was looking crispy as the sunset was dropping. And we saw mating lizards, a giant sea bass.
We don't know if it was a sea bass.
Like a flock of turtles. And then I see the wings of a freaking specimen. And I go to examine further. And it is indeed what looks like a mother owl. And here's the kicker. It's like 10 feet away. And it's kind of coming closer. It's like, oh my God, like it's going to be like an encounter with Mother Nature. And this owl digs in the dirt and pulls up an M&M chocolate chip cookie and flies away. So,
which was kind of sad. I didn't know they ate cookies.
No. Because that owl is now on the sad diet, right? The standard American diet or whatever.
Yeah.
Of Western civilization. M&M. What is it called? What's that fudge elf?
I don't know, but do you still listen to Trivium when you lift?
Oh, yeah, of course, bro. I did. The 870-pound deadlift was to Trivium. And that was the first time I threw that on the freaking Spotify again, because I go on these kicks of different tunes. And, yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. This is great, like, great trap bar deadlifting music. So I've been back in the Trivium kick.
Isn't Trivium from Orlando? Or like
yeah, apparently, yeah, right around here. They're
yeah.
The neck of the woods. For all I know, they live, like, right there.
What about death metal in general?
Yeah, of course. It depends on the mood, but yeah.
Will the Bugen Bros podcast ever happen?
Yeah, it's a good point. Mama keeps getting on my ass about the podcast. She's like, yeah, I think you really got to do the podcast. I'm like, Mama, everything I do is just so bad quality. Like this stream, the way that we're going right now, is it glitchy? Is it slow? Is it glitchy? It probably is. It's the chat. To the chat, the 6 people in here. Is it slow and glitchy? So not for hoisting heavy loads. You need some tempo, you know.
But yeah, for the podcast, I do feel like it would be good. But Eric doesn't like the idea.
No, I do like the idea. It's not that I don't like the idea. I do. Mom. So I don't like the idea. I just freaking. It's got to be done right. It can't be a shitty iPhone. You know what I mean? Like the podcast where someone's on the other end of, like, you know, across the country and the connection's all shitty and stuff. Because I've done stuff like that for other people. I'm like, God, this podcast is just not going well. The connection's breaking up, and you know what I'm saying? Whereas I've done like the good podcasts, we got the freaking headset on, and the sound quality is clean and pristine, and it's, you know what I mean? Like that's a totally different experience. So for it to be a success, I feel like it's got to be done that way. But in order for it to be done that way, it's a lot more, you know, you gotta get maybe like a freaking office or something, a conference room or something, you know.
How about a book of golden tidbits?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
A Q&A podcast with Mama.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you and your brother would do great because he'd have like the doctor science background, and then you would have your gym bro.
I'm hoping that he gets more into hoisting heavy loads. Like he goes in kicks. Like he was all about it. Like he started lifting before I started lifting. And then he was all about it. And then he what did he do? He injured. He had to get like shoulder surgery in college, and that kind of like killed his drive for lifting. Because once you get surgery and you're weaker, especially like for me, like I was getting paid to do rehab. So of course I'm pushing and I'm forced to do it every day and all that. So I've never had to do rehab when I wasn't, like, you know what I mean? When it wasn't my job to do rehab. So I can't really speak on how that goes, but I don't know. But then he got back in this kick again of lifting, like once we kind of both got into like deadlifting and stuff. But then, you know, he's been in like freaking medical school and residency and a doctor and all, and it's just like
he has an MD PhD, so he was in school for like 20 years. I don't know.
So he just like kind of fell off lifting again. I think now he was saying he's trying to start doing something because I don't know. He's got to get into hoisting hefty loads though. It'll make the podcast a lot more interesting. You know what I mean? You can't just have a thick, stout Johnny Horsecock and then just a doctor scientist. You know?
Why not?
You can, but I'm saying
that's perfect. I don't. Why do you have to be the same?
You don't have to be the same. I'm not saying we have to be the same. I'm just saying if we're gonna be, what are we gonna be talking about? We're gonna be talking about hoisting, right? Hoisting heft.
Yeah, I think it'd be perfect. If you're too similar than the other person, it's not like interesting.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, thoughts on 5x5 to build a strong, bodacious build.
You can't go. I mean, it's good. You can't go wrong with it. Anytime you're not going just super high rep fluff, like you're probably gonna make some pretty good progress. It's when the people that go to the gym and they're just doing like just every sets with light weights, high reps, light weights. Like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but if that's what all you do in the gym, you're leaving a lot of gains on the table. I feel like 5x5 at least, like it's a good rep scheme. It's a good amount of reps. 25 total working reps of solid weight. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Of course, you know, it's a staple in training programs.
What's your opinion on oatmeal?
It's great. Love it.
And
the
then
more the better.
Are we still doing the program?
The Arnold
the
program?
Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding program. You thought you might go back on it, right?
Yeah, I was just saying the other day, I think I'm going to do it because I was thinking to myself, it's so interesting, guys, because like, you have to want to do something in order for it to be successful, I think. I really do believe that. Like, I don't think there's a perfect program. There's not a great program or whatever. I think it's just how you approach whatever it is you're doing. And if you believe in it and are excited to do it, you're going to see progress with that and stuff. So the funny thing is, the Arnold program, like the first phase of it, I was excited to do something new and go freaking balls to the wall with it. And I think so was Mama, because she just wanted some direction, I think. And so we did that. And then I remember I was in LA and I just decided to max out on deadlifts. And I moved 725 like pretty easily. And I was like, man, like I wasn't even really focusing on deadlifting and all that kind of stuff. It was just doing this Arnold program for the most part. But I was going pretty hard with it. Like I was doing 495 for 8 with the squat and all that. So of course, like it's not like I was losing strength, because that first phase of the Arnold program, it's not even like a bodybuilding program. It's just like it's like freaking a strength program. Everything's just like big compound movements. Squat, deadlift, overhead press, bench press, like just all the meat and potato exercises. So we did that for what, like a month or 2 months?
I don't know, but I have a question for you. Mammoth Lift said, "Hey Rick, I was watching some of your collab videos and I noticed the videos are always uploaded to their account, never yours. Do you ever get some sort of compensation for collaboration with them?"
No, I don't.
But it's always your choice.
I don't really care. When I collab with people, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really, listen, I'm not the wisest, savviest when it comes to compensation and stuff. The way that I look at it is the long game. Like, if I collab with someone and it's always on their channel or whatever, I just see it as like, well, and maybe this is a fool's mistake.
I think it is, because they're always okay with you putting some of it on your channel and you just never do.
Yeah.
It's kind of, he does some interesting things like that.
Well, I'm always just like, just whatever, make the video as cool as possible, get it as many views as possible, because it just spreads the awareness of who I am anyways. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? And what's compensation for a YouTube video anyways, you know?
And it's always with like your friends and stuff,
yeah,
so it's
so
not
I don't
like...
care. It's not like it's, how much am I really missing out on compensation wise? Like $100, you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
I would rather just put all the freaking eggs in that one basket, because it's true. Like, yeah, at times, like for instance, when I was lifting with Juji in my garage in November, and I did the 800-pound behind the back deadlift, he's like, "Do you want me to send you any of this footage?" And And I was like, honestly, I would rather you just have it all. I won't post anything because I just wanted to, and then maybe like the rat's nest infestors will be like, oh shit, Rick the Stick, let me check this out. And then his fans, and we're all kind of similar fans anyways, but it could just get the video more engagement.
I honestly feel like whoever you're collabing with probably would like you to post on your page too, or on your account too, because like,
yeah, it doesn't really matter what it's coming from. I think people see the names and they're just gonna watch the video if it's people that they want to watch. You know what I mean? Like I will say that I don't know.
All right, a typical day for you diet wise.
I mean, I ate like nothing yesterday. English muffins and almond butter. Almond butter English muffins is basically it.
Lots of blueberries.
Yeah, well, yeah, lots of blueberries. Yeah. Well, it's right. Listen, when I was bulking, I had it all kind of like methodically because I was like, I have to get 4,000 to 5,000 every day. So I had a system. But now that I'm trying to, lean out, lose some weight, improve my quality of life, my sleeping and all that kind of stuff, I'm not really concerned about it too much. I still am, ask mama. I always am like, frick, I didn't eat enough. But yeah. I'm not like OCD about force feeding myself. So basically, like when I wake up, I'll either have like some bagels or some cereal. And I know it's funny because most people like YouTubers and influencers and stuff like, I wake up and I have 6 cups of quinoa with a turkey bacon strip and an avocado, and it's like all this like methodical horse crap. It's like I wake up, I'll have a bowl of cereal. You know what I mean? Let's keep it freaking simple, okay? Cereal or a bagel or something like that. And then I'll drink my coffee, and then I'll have my pre-workout. I don't know if we're incorporating that in the diet.
I feel like this is taking forever though.
Yeah.
Will your live workouts ever come back?
Yeah, actually very well. Listen, guys, I'm kind of on the fence about that because here's the deal with that. I like being engaged with the streams, and so the answer is yes, but I like being engaged with the streams. So when I do those workouts, I feel like my mind is not totally in the workout because I have to be in the workout, but I also have to be like on the stream, you know what I'm saying, engaged with the audience. I don't want to just be working out and not chit-chatting the whole time with the audience. So the workouts end up being extremely long, exhausting, and not even really like exercise-wise as productive as if I didn't stream. You know what I'm saying? So when I was trap bar deadlifting at home a week ago, I was thinking about it. I was like, should I stream this? I would have the energy of the fellows watching, which I like. I feed off of that. But at the same time, I can't just be freaking Eye of the Tiger locked in. So I decided to not stream it, and I was freaking clicking and ticking on all cylinders, set after set after set after set, talking to myself in a frantic frenzy. And but I will say that it probably would have helped me to have the group watching, because I hit 870, like it was not easy, I would say. But then I went for 920, and I swear, if I just had a little bit more motivation, I probably could have gotten it, because I tried it a couple times and I felt like it was breaking off the floor. And as you guys can see, like once I break it off the floor, it's easy. It's just getting it broken off the floor.
All right. Do you like conjugate style training, and do you have any golden tidbits on becoming a girl dad?
Yeah, I like conjugate. I think it's fun because you're always changing up your variations and adding new elements to it. And I think, again, if it's fun, it's good. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, it has to have hard work involved. It can't just be play patty cake, but it's fun. Yeah, but it's got to be some hard work. So the conjugate has that. So I do like it. And the tips for the girl dad. I mean, let's have you talk a little bit, Mo. What do you got? What do you some tips? You got to have some tips. I got so much rotund raspberry I'm trying to suck down. Throw some tips in there. Let's hear you talk.
Well, no, because I'm trying to keep up with the questions, and I just missed like 3 because you were telling me.
All right, well, I don't know, because...
How do you balance hypertrophy training and building strength?
I think you just do both. But with that being said, like I said, I think it's kind of common sense. You build up to a top heavy set with as little bit of volume as possible so that you're not burnt out when you get to the top set. So for instance, if you bench 405, you do 135 for 5 or 10, whatever. Or let's just put it more realistically, empty bar for like 10 reps. 95 pounds for 10 reps. 135 for like 10 reps. Okay, now you got the freaking synovial fluids are pumping, everything's greasy. Now like 185 for like 5, 225 for 3, 275 for 2 or 3, 315 for 1, 365 for 1, 405 for 1, and now back off like 315 for 5 or 10 or whatever, 225 for 10 or 12 or 15 or something, and then 135 for 15 or something like that. You know what I mean? Just a pyramid like that.
Have you ever tried Olympic style weightlifting?
Yeah, I have. I even got certified.
We're not mobile enough. I
Well,
think that's the
let
main
me
thing.
answer the question. I have tried it, and I even got certified in coaching it. So I had my coach's certification from USA Weightlifting. I took the training course and all that, and because then as I was working on it, because I was like, I'm gonna get really good at this, and it was kind of my obsession for like a couple months. My downfall was that I was like trying to find optimal leverages. So I was like, if I can have a bit wider grip for my clean, I think I can be able to kind of hip extension, and the pocket of my hips can explode more into this, and maybe it'll be better and easier to move more weight. Well, sure enough, because I had a wider grip, I tried it and I ended up separating my shoulder, and my arm was like dead and numb and pins and needles for like a month, and I couldn't bench, and it fricked me up bad. So not bad where I needed surgery or anything, but I couldn't do like any upper body for like a month at least, maybe even longer. And after that, I was like, this is stupid. I'm like, why am I even doing this? Let me just keep. I think honestly, that might be part of the reason why I went to. That might have been one of the main culprits as to why I started deadlifting every day. Way back when. Some history. Mom, I'm talking to you. Why are you not watching me? Why are you not watching me?
What? Why are you calling me out?
Because I see you looking into space, and that might have been one of the reasons that I started deadlifting every day, honestly, now that I think back to it. Because all I could really do was deadlift, because it's the only thing that wouldn't frick my shoulder up, because I separated it. So pressing hurt, pull-ups hurt, dips hurt, all that kind of stuff hurt. But deadlifting with arms just in this position, I can
How do you keep your lower back recovered from heavy lifts?
So what I've noticed in the past is anytime my back feels really tight, if I do like ab work, then it helps to loosen it up. Plus ab work, I don't do it much anymore, but that's also because I'm not deadlifting as frequently as I used to. Back when I was deadlifting every day, freaking behind the backs, Jefferson's, spine snapping form, my back would always get really tight after.
And you do the hot tub.
Now we do the hot tub, yeah. But back in the day, I would do like some yoga stretches.
If you can call them that.
Mama! I would do the pigeon pose, the figure four, like stretch on the couch. I would do the Spider-Man warrior thing, just like to get my hips loosened up.
Mammoth lifts
planks, and I would do some hanging leg raises and stuff.
Have you got your 20-foot long jump yet with the quarter squats? Oh, you kind of gave up on that, didn't you?
Was that 4 years ago? Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. I never got it. I think my knees exploded. It probably set me back a bit with the tendon rupture. But now that we're jumping again, I don't know. We'll maybe have to test it out again. The quarters, man, it's like that's stuff now that I wouldn't even dream of doing, because it's like quarter squatting. It's like hoisting big weights, really big weights. It just sounds like terrible on my knees.
What extra stuff do you do to keep your knees healthy? I think you warm up a lot for certain
I warm up
things.
so much, yeah. I just do before I do any like leg stuff now, I'll just do like a shit ton of leg extensions, leg curls. I do a lot of like BS basically. Yeah, just lightweight everything basically. It's just like light lunges, light front foot elevated split squat, just all that kind of stuff.
How about hat and fanny pack drop? When is that happening? And will you have the sleeves?
I gotta start wearing the fanny pack. I got the fanny pack, same prototype, kind of like how we're wearing the hat. Even Mama's wearing the hat right now. The fanny pack should be this coming week. It should be, I believe it should be arriving this week. The hat, I got to get on that because that, I think, could be, I want it to be released. It's the greatest hat there is. I have a million hats, and this is the hat I'll wear every day.
All right, my neck is killing me,
All
honey.
right, so Mom's got like a broken back, and she's got to be in this compromised position to film this, so we're going to wrap this up.
I'll just do this one last. Will you ever do personalized coaching?
That's probably. I've always been against that because I feel like if it's in person, I love that, right? If it's with the right people, that is. But if it's all the enthusiasts, the horsecock enthusiasts, yeah, that'd be awesome. But if it's in person, if it's like over the online, like I just feel like it's not really personalized. I feel like it's not so much like here to do this program and all this, and it's like I feel like the magic is in like me being with another person. You're freaking putting some weights on, you're watching, you're freaking motivating, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where people just get the gains up the wazoo from my experience. But if there's a better way to do it, maybe like if for somehow there's but then they would be so time consuming. How do you personalize coach? Like you'd have to like Skype or something and be there. I'm going to put you on this right here so that I can talk to you the whole time you're I don't know. It's not off the table, but as of right now, no.
Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Do you hit the X, honey?
Yeah, Mama. You just
That's
shut
it
it
out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.